Hello, ladies and gentlemen, how is it going? Hope you're all doing well. Yo, JB Balling in the chat already. What is going on? Yo, welcome to the stream, everyone. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. We're vibing today. We are all green. As you can see, we are up 1.31% in the pre-market. Lovely stuff. AMC is currently up 6.6 in the pre-market. It's having a very nice pre-market session. And, you know, the other stocks are sort of, well, CTR hasn't changed. SNDL is up by about 1%. GME the same. So, you know, today is a very interesting day for the market. I think that today we are going to potentially see some good price action, but it is going to, like, for that to happen, we are going to have to see these tickers on the 30-minute chart go up a bit, because right now we are bordering the support line. It's fine, but I just need it to like stay on this support structure, because if we can break above this today, in my opinion, we might see some very, very positive price action. And this graph has 1, 2, 3 levels of resistance, and it currently has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 6 levels of support, I'd say. So obviously, we have seen a couple false breakouts, but nothing too bad. Yo, what's up, George and Jimmy Balling in the chat? What is going on? Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Yeah, so it's a green day so far for NAKD. We are looking pretty strong in the pre-market. I'm hoping that we see a bit more volume behind this today. Let's have a quick gander at what Market Watch is saying, because that obviously has the volume attached to it as well. So I'd be interested to see how much volume we're getting currently. So looking at the volume, oh, let me bring this across for you all to see. Okay, so looking at the volume, we can see that we currently have 2.1 million. So that's actually quite low for NAKD, but you have to remember a lot of people are probably still asleep right now. Like, Americans don't wake up until a bit later on. More than let's break these walls down. Yeah, let's try. So obviously AMC is currently 6.4 million. So we are currently around a third of what AMC is currently trading at volume wise. And that's why AMC is seeing a bit better price action in the pre-market. It's just due to volume, nothing else really. And obviously NAKD right now has quite a lot of sell walls to try and knock down. Looking at the volume of the likes of GME, GME's current volume is currently looking at 136k, so quite low volume, but you know it is a $237 stock at the moment, so you know they're sort of bound to happen. Looking at SNDL currently has a volume of 3.36 million, so similar to NAKD. I think they are 1 million ahead, but that again, that is what it is. I mean, you know, SNDL, like we have like separate communities, right? So you have obviously the NAKD apes, the NAKD armies. We have AMC, who is probably the biggest stock at the moment, right? In terms of the amount of volume, the amount of people who are behind the stock. You have SNTL also has a lot of people behind it. However, NAKD has the core basis to really build off of. And NAKD, in fact, is the best fundamentally sound stock out of all of those stocks listed. So there's a lot larger upside potential for NAKD, especially when, you know, it's trading for pennies at the moment. You know, we're talking 75 cents a share. Like, that's ridiculously low. Like, 75 cents a share, that's like a bottle of water, right? Think of it like that. You're buying a bottle of water if you buy an AKD, right? So, you know, there's a very, quite a low risk, depending obviously on how much you're saying, but, or how much you're buying. But yeah, it's sort of like, you know, there's a large upside potential to NAKD, especially because it's an undervalued stock so far anyway. NAKD up in the pre-market just about. We have seen a little bit of resistance. You see, we have come below this candlestick, so I'm hoping I'm hoping I drew my graph slightly wrong, and this is now the new support structure, sort of where this broke out here, because it did bounce straight back off it again. So what I'm hoping is we see a bounce back and we stay within this triangle and potentially look to break this resistance point at around the 78 cent mark. That's what I'm hoping, at least. It costs nuggets to get tendy. Exactly. We gotta get those chicken nuggets in, all right? It literally costs, right? Let's do some maths here, right? Let's get up the McDonald's menu, right? Let's do that. McDonald's menu. All right, let's have a look at how much chicken nuggets cost, shall we? So for chicken nuggets, let's not go veggie. Ugh. No veggie, please. No offense to anyone who is a veggie. I just don't like vegetarian stuff. Full meat. So, oh, is it only the reduced menu? Oh, is it? Oh, it's still breakfast. Wait, what? Could someone look up how much nuggets are for me? That's weird. Okay, so for a chicken McNuggets meal, right? 6-piece chicken McNuggets meal. Let me bring this across, right? So, okay, does it say pricing anywhere? Customize? So it's got the calories. Yo, what's good, Patrick? Yo, we're just doing a bit of maths here, right? Yo, Christopher, what's good? Below them, what is good? Yo, what is good, everyone? Hope you're all doing well. Nugget price. Oh, let's have a look at this, right? So, you're looking at $5 for a 20-pack of nuggets, right? Okay, do the maths on that. So, $5 for a 20-pack of nuggets, right? So, roughly around 50 cents, right? 50 cents per nugget. You basically, with an NAKD share, you could buy like 1.5 nuggets, right? So, again, very little risk involved in it and a large upside potential. So, you know, a very large upside potential, may I add, as well. Like, there's a lot of positive price action that could come from this. So, yeah. We're looking good so far. So looking at the exponential moving average, you can see that we are currently in this fourth tier of like the line. We have seen a bullish crossover here, potentially, hopefully, you know, pushing up above to test this 78 cent mark fairly soon. I just hope it sort of stays around this level here. Yo, Seb with the 5. Thank you so much, bro. Good morning from LA, brother. This week, AMC is going straight to Mars. We're skipping the moon. Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much, Seth, for the donation. I appreciate it. And yes, AMC is looking very, very strong at the moment. It's up 6% in the pre-market. AMC is currently in the upper brackets of the exponential moving average. So it is looking very, very strong for market open today. And we have seen a nice amount of volume behind it in the pre-market. NAKD as well has a very, very nice amount of volume behind it in the pre-market. Not as good as AMC. AMC is currently just being traded a lot at the moment. There's a lot of hype around the stock. There's a lot of talk about the stock. And that's why I tell people that if you want to get NAKD moving properly, Twitter is the best place to reach out to other investors. Twitter is probably the most renowned platform to actually trade on, or not to trade on, to like get your message out there, because there's so many people that just scroll through, flick through. So, you know, if you put some hashtags in there, NAKD in there, like you're bound to reach some new faces. So an NAKD share would be to add 5 extra nuggets and then ask for them back because you never sold, because you oversold. Oh my god. Yeah, technically. Unlimited nuggets soon, indeed. Yo, imagine unlimited nuggets. That's a dream. That is my dream, at least. We would love some unlimited nuggets. Now, looking at the moving average, you can see that we have seen the crossover again from the 3 to the 4, and you sort of see, you know, we are sort of in a slightly, like we are bordering this sort of resistance level here. Now, I'm hoping what we can have is we can have some support, and we can just continue on this ascending level of support, because once we break out of this 78 cent mark, it's around 78.5, we should see a nice boost up. I expect up to around the 0.81 mark. That's my prediction. I put that in the video. So, you know, I think that we're going to need a bit more volume behind it. Nuggets for tendies, baby, indeed. Yeah, what's good, Anna? How's it going? So totally agree. People think it is Reddit. Yeah, so the problem with Reddit, right, is, you know, although people do scroll through Reddit, obviously, it's not as like sort of interactive, and it's not as sort of renowned upon as a social media platform than the likes of Twitter. Twitter is honestly used by majority of people in the Western world, right? Reddit is strictly for the Gen Z to millennial age group. I don't really see many like sort of above that age group really using Reddit much. So, you know, if you want to reach a large like portion of investors, Twitter is definitely the place to go. I'm not sure. Do many people use stock twits? I haven't really seen that platform much before. How many NAKD shares are you guys holding? So me personally, I'm currently holding around 1.6k. You know, I would like to up my position, but I am sort of waiting for a dip at some point. I'm not sure if it will dip, but you know, I'm holding out. I know it sounds bad, but potentially we could see a dip if it falls below this triangle today, but I don't know. It's looking very interesting to see what's actually going to happen today. But, you know, when I see dips and I see red, it only means opportunity for me. Opportunity to buy. Right, so which Twitter account should I follow for talking about NAKD? So you have the NAKD stock Twitter. Anna, I'll let you link that. That is your Twitter. Or the community's Twitter. I mean, just do your thing over there. Definitely worth checking that out. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, I do talk about NAKD a lot as well. Let me quickly go onto my Twitter so you can see Trading Armada. Currently, we broke 400 followers. Thank you for everyone who follows me on Twitter. This is definitely the platform to get a hold of me on. As you can see, currently I have 8 noties and stuff. So 416 followers, and I talk about NAKD a lot. So you see NAKD, pretty much NAKD, because this is all talking about the whole lawsuit that's currently going on between, you know, Morgan Stanley, E-Trade, Interactive Brokers, Charles Schwab, Robin Hood, Barclays, all of that stuff. As you'll know, it is very, very important to check that out, because honestly, it will change your perspective on what you will see within this stock, because this right here contains so much information regarding what is going on in the stock market. You know what? Let me quickly link this because it's important for you to read that. I won't go through it. I've done it in today's video. So for anyone who wants to check that out, I have just posted a video. So feel free to check that out. I appreciate you all. Thank you. So moving back to the chicken nugget math, you know, I'm feeling really hungry now. We're looking at chicken nuggets. You know, it's been so long because of lockdown and stuff, and you know, just being stuck in the UK, not having, you know, some sort of McDonald's takeaway or anything. So, you know, it's crazy stuff. Yo, let me just quickly catch up on the subscribers here. So, Yeah, X99, thank you very much for the sub. And Geraldo Lopez, thank you very much for the sub. I appreciate your faces. So, right, let's go back to NAKD, right? Let's do a proper analysis, right? Let's go deep into this. Let's strap in, ladies and gentlemen, right? So, let's have a look at the MACD. So we are bullish right now on the MACD. We have seen a couple red flags, but as you can see up here, we have seen a bullish cross. Very, very important to check, right? So we are going to look very, very strong, I think, moving into market open. I might be wrong with that, but we are in a very, very good position to potentially see us testing this resistance level, I think. So looking at the RSI, we are currently, some people are selling, flipping pennies, obviously. You currently have a pretty neutral standpoint, not much fluctuation whatsoever. A lot of people are just sort of holding and not buying, I guess. It's just very, very, very stationary right now. Yeah, I appreciate that, Christopher. Thank you. Yo, JB Ballin as well. Yeah, we've got everyone up in here today. So yeah, the moving average volume, you can see the volume today has not been massive, but at the same time, you saw this price action today. Now, my take on this price action is it's rather strange, and the reason for that is because there's no volume attached to this price action rise. So I'm not sure whether this was a synthetic rise to potentially see a sell-off today, which we have sort of seen like a sort of lowish sell-off like since that rise. So I think this could be a slight manipulation tactic, like a very, very minor bull trap potentially. But, just my take, who knows. NAKD apes only, strong together, indeed. NAKD to the moon, killing it. I appreciate it. Thank you for the love, everyone. Like, honestly, it means the world. So, looking at the BOLL, obviously this is also to do with the volume for anyone who doesn't know. So, you've got the RSI, which determines volume, and you also have the BOLL. They should correlate with each other, as you can see. So we saw up here, we saw it slightly overbought, so that obviously raised the price up, and we saw this middle line, which is like sort of just neutral, and then you have the lower bracket, which is potentially overselling. So as you can see here, we are very, very neutral at the moment, not much price action, not much fluctuation, so we are in a very, very strong position for this market open, which is lovely, lovely to see. I think that as long as we keep bouncing off the 200 moving average on the hourly chart, we should be golden. I agree with that, honestly. Like, looking at the hourly chart, it is definitely looking that way. Let's have a look at the hourly chart. Let's like zoom out a little bit. When in doubt, zoom out, right? So, yeah, looking at this chart here, we have seen a very, very nice support structure over the last week, right? So, let's just do this, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 touch points of support there, and we currently have that may be a bit of a false breakout there. So if we do it like this, like that roughly, right? I mean, it's not perfect, but it will do. You sort of see, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 touch points of resistance, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touch points of support. And very similarly, actually, you can sort of see a very similar chart to what I said. We are in a bullish flag at the moment on both graphs. The only difference is this 1 hour chart is slightly lower than the 30-minute chart, as you can see here. The 30-minute chart suggests that we will see some bullish action or we will see the next resistance level at around the 78 cents mark. However, the 1 hour chart predicts that if we have a candlestick that goes above sort of around the 0.77 mark, we will see some positive price action. Very similar charts, but if you zoom out a little bit and look at the bigger picture, you can sort of get an understanding of where this could go in the future. Market open in 8 minutes. I think that as long, does NAKD have a good chance of finishing in the green today? I think it does. I mean, it's got as good a chance as any of these other stocks. You see AMC currently are at 7% in the pre-market. Very, very nice price action. It's all going to depend really if the hedgies are doubling down really. I mean, the likelihood of that happening, I think today is very low. This always happens near the start of the market. I don't know what happens with Mumu. It's very, very strange. But yeah, I think we could potentially end green. It's all going to depend on the graphs that I've drawn today. If we can stay within this upper bracket, you see like this level of support that I've created here. Like, this is going to be a very determining factor of whether we are going to stay going in a bullish fashion or whether we may come back down to the next support structure, probably around, let me just quickly zoom out a little bit. Let's do a quick, like, sort of golden selection. I normally do it around here before, and it's been fairly accurate. So, you know, the next support structure is around the 69-cent mark. So if we do fall below this 75-cent mark, we are likely to potentially drop down to the next support structure at 69 cents, which again is nothing to worry about. We saw that happen the other day and we bounced off it very quickly. You sort of see down here, we bounced straight off that 69-cent mark as we came out of that flag very early. And you can sort of see we are pushing upwards again. And we are now testing this next bracket. Now, you know, take this as a pinch of salt. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't claim to be. So, yeah, take anything I say with a pinch of salt. But most of my graphs so far have been fairly accurate to a degree. So we are looking, you know, it's looking bullish at the moment. And if we can test that next next level of resistance, we could potentially see some very, very positive price action. Now, Mahmood, yes. I Sam, you're the best. I appreciate that, Mahmood. Thank you very much. Pay, let's go NAKD Army. NAKD Army for life, baby. Patrick, love it. Gonzo, message was pre-market volume at 2.5 million. Love that. That's strong. That is that's strong. Hopefully we see some nice price action. Actually, let's have a quick look. So when the market opens, I'll be able to see the sort of balance of what's going on. I can see the volume of the amount that is being bought, and I can see the volume of the amount that's being sold, so we can get a proper indication of whereabouts we are with it. AMC looking hot. If it breaks higher, we will follow. Yeah, exactly. So the thing is with these stocks right here, I mean, they're all linked, and I've said this in a lot of previous videos. AMC, NAKD, CTRM, SNDL, GME, and more. You got like CLOV. I'm not sure if CLOV is really in that bracket because a lot of it is owned by Citadel, and I think it could be a ploy to potentially, you know, set bull traps and, you know, make people go from AMC over to this new one. So I would be very careful if you're invested in CLOV. The rest of it, though, honestly, like the hedgies are in deep waters right now, and it's going to be interesting to see how they try and overcome this heat. Hi, NAKD Army. Keep it the great one. I appreciate that, Harry. Thank you very much. Gonzo, Patrick, Anna, Mateus, what's good? Yo, we have got everyone up in here. Thank you very, very much for tuning in. We have 33 viewers. You lot are crazy. Thank you so, so much for the support. Honestly, you're all goated, man. Like, you're all lovely. Thank you. So, moving average volume. Very similar, actually. So you see, we saw this cross here, which stimulated this price action up here. So, you know, there's a lot of stuff that's going on right now, and it'll be very interesting to see whether we stay within this bracket right here. I mean, as you can see, we are trying to push above this like hourly chart. I know it's not a perfect drawing. It's very difficult to get like an actual perfect drawing. Let me actually move that up slightly, because I think I may have been about there. Yeah, about there, right? That's where we need to hit. So, you know, if we can try and test this, we're going to be looking good on the hourly chart. And a 30-minute chart, as I said, it was around 78 cents. Yeah, I appreciate that, Harry. Thank you very much. Yeah, if anyone who's new here, like, please remember to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. And, you know, we're trying to grow as much as possible and raise awareness for NAKD. We know the fundamentals. We know how strong this stock is. So any support is appreciated. And we want to push this to the moon, baby. So, you know, we want to raise the awareness of this. Yeah, so NAKD Army, NAKD for life. Have you heard anything about an NAKD quarterly report coming out today? Not so far. Let me check the... Moo sometimes has stuff. No, nothing yet. When was the last one released? Because obviously the 20F got filed about a month ago now. So, brand stock. Let's have a look. Let's see if there's any news. I don't think it would, because it would be all over the the Reddit and the Telegram. It would be everywhere if that happened. But I imagine something may come out pretty soon regarding PR. I mean, we are due PR, I reckon, pretty soon. Like, it's been a while since they come out and, you know, just giving us an update. I mean, Justin has been coming out on the Twitter recently, which is class. Like, I'm actually so happy that Justin is now active on Twitter. It just means that us retail investors are in the loop a bit more, which is fantastic to see. And, you know, let's actually go to Justin's Twitter. Let's have a gander at his Twitter, right? Okay. Twitter. Right. Oh, that's our messages. Okay, so let's go to Justin. The big boy himself. Right. So I know I did this in the last live stream, but it's important for you all to know. So, you know, be sure to try and let's try and get this to 400 likes, right? Let's show support to the silverback of NAKD, right? So Naked Brand Group's business strategy and recent shareholder support has completely transformed our balance sheet. Divesting the Bendon has paved the way for us to exclusively focus on the e-commerce marketplace. Now, from owning my own e-commerce brand, I know it's nothing to the scale of what NAKD could be, and obviously like what I know in there, it's a startup company, right? So, you know, I know like how much it takes for social media to be active for e-commerce to be successful. Now, I don't think actually that NAKD, although I think they're gonna have e-commerce attached to the business, I don't think NAKD is going to actually become an e-commerce business, because listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. NAKD has a strong cash position, having over 270 million cash on hand and no debt, which positions us exceptionally well to explore strategic acquisition opportunities. Morphing us into a larger consolidated group. Now, for anyone who doesn't know what a large consolidated group is, they will like that sort of means that they may be try and become like a big company that owns a lot of subsidiaries, right? So, you know, for example, and I'll use this as an example, look at L Brands, right? L Brands owns Victoria's Secrets, it owns other clothing companies, all attached under this one big body. And I think that could be, according to this, what NAKD may be looking to do. I think they're going to be looking to consolidate a group of investors and businesses to potentially come under the NAKD group. Now, I'm not sure what you all think about that. Leave it in the chat right now. But I think it could potentially happen. And, you know, it'll be crazy if that does happen. Right? The price of NAKD, to the moon, if that happens. Because that has even more earning potential than e-commerce itself, right? If it actually becomes the granddaddy of a lot of e-commerce groups. Have you heard anything about an NAKD quarterly filing report coming out? Yeah, so big thumbs up, smashed it. Just hit the like button, Yeah, I appreciate that. Everyone hitting like buttons, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, honestly, from the bottom of my heart. It means so much. Hodl for life. Anyway, market opened. Today's date was mentioned in the article. Oh, really? Okay, that's interesting. Well, we'll definitely keep track of it. It may come out after the market open or after the market closes today. So we'll definitely keep an eye on the NAKD website. And if something does come out, you better know I'm going to be on that and I will give you my take on it. Today's date was mentioned in... okay, so AMC, look, I hope it drags NAKD. Is AMC moving? Oh yeah, AMC is moving. God damn. 10%? Whew. Love that. I agree, Sam. That's why my gut tells... Yeah. Fashion over in NAKD would be big. It definitely would. Now, I have a couple companies in mind when we talk about NAKD, right? And interestingly enough, I think that they may... I think they may actually try and develop some kind of... So, right, hear me out. Similar to the likes of, you know, Todd Old, right? And I know this is completely left field. It's nothing to do with it, right? Todd Old acquires companies that, you know, he thinks that he can improve. Now, I think that could be something that NAKD looks to do. I think that they may you know, try and buy companies that they know that they can improve with their strategic management and their outlook and their new PR team, and, you know, utilizing these new e-commerce functions to potentially create better businesses. And, you know, I think that could be a way that they go down, personally. But yeah, AMC's moving today. It's having a bit of resistance now at the 54 mark, but it is moving. Looking at NAKD down, like what? Has it seen a sell-off? Potential sell-off. I mean, people are flipping pennies right now on this. It's really annoying. Like, even on the live stream yesterday, or whatever it was, I think Todd said that he was literally just trading this stock and, you know, basically flipping pennies, which is annoying, but it is what it is. I mean, you know, he wants to make his money at the end of the day, so. 76 cents, so 895,000 buy, 74,000 sell, so very, very strong at this 76 cent mark. Now, why is that happening? Okay, right, hear me out on this. Hear me out, right? Why on earth is there so much active buying power at 76 cents? So people are paying 895,000 people have put buy orders in at 76 cents, but both sells 700k below it. It doesn't make sense. I don't know. Something's fishy about that. I don't know about that. I mean, we are testing it. You see, like, it's fighting it, but that's crazy. That's mad. But we did see a lot of shorts become available today on Fintel, so it may be interesting to see if those are utilized, though. Hedgy sell-off. Yeah, hedgy manipulation, if anything, really. Like, it is really strange what's going on right now. Like, there's just so much just random stuff going on. Like, it's really, it is strange. I mean, you know, we've seen an active amount of buying and selling power today. I mean, we are in a good position. 6.39 million volume is nothing to turn your nose up at. There you go, it goes green again. But that was weird. That was really weird what's going on right now on that. AMC currently has 25 million worth of volume. That's crazy. No wonder it's seeing the price action it's seeing. Hold on, 2 secs, everyone. I'm just getting a phone call. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry. I know. I will be streaming for longer. I do apologize. That was an important call that I had to take, unfortunately. NAKD AMC is ready to run. It looks so. Yeah, AMC is looking strong. NAKD's fallen down. Is it on the 1 hour? Okay, we're still in the 1 hour resistance, which is good. Yeah, everything's looking very crazy right now. Do you think NAKD is at a good buying price? I mean, right, consider this upside potential, right? And I said this at the start, but for a stock or a share within NAKD, it currently costs roughly 1.5 chicken nuggets of McDonald's to buy a share of NAKD, right? So there is a large upside potential because that nugget could be worth double the price. You know that 1.5 nuggets could become 3 nuggets. You know, in a very not so distant future. You know, so I mean, I think that anything below $1 is good. But if you want a really, really good entry point, I would suggest potentially below 0.7 at this point. Because I don't think it's going to drop much below 0.7. I think we could potentially, if it comes out with this triangle here, it may test the 69-cent mark. But again, you do have that fear of missing out attached to it, right? So, you know, there's obviously risk reward, you know, so... It's completely up to you, though. Obviously, not financial advice, but you know that's just that's my take on it at least. So looking at the volume, so we got currently 9.24 million, which is beautiful. AMC's volume is currently 40 million. My goodness. And this is a $52 stock, and it's got 40 million worth of volume. That's crazy. I'm surprised this hasn't seen more of a run. Like, you can tell the manipulation is going hard right now. Like, there's no way there is 2.89 million active selling going on. Not a chance. Like, that's crazy. I would say with NAKD, I'm sure NAKD's had like a massive... Look at this, man. There's no way, unless people are flipping pennies. Man, hedgies be going hard right now. Hedgies love it. I don't know. Instead of you know shorting these stocks, I'll suggest you save your money for the lawsuit. Personally, but hey, that's just me. But yeah, very, very interesting stuff at the moment. We are in a strong position to potentially see some very nice rewards in the future. So, yeah, everything's looking up today. And if you haven't already, do check out my latest video. I put it out about an hour ago, and it's talking about this lawsuit that, you know, involves AMC, GME, NAKD, all the heavily shorted stocks. You know, in regards to the whole Robinhood and all of the other companies ceasing trading at a specific point. So all the companies are involved in that lawsuit, and it is being investigated as we speak. It will take a long time for that lawsuit to go through, in my opinion. It will take at least a year. So definitely something that we need to keep track of. But yeah, that's what we have at the moment. So yeah, NAKD Army, thank you very much for tuning in. I do need to head off, but thank you all for stopping by. I appreciate your faces. Sev, much love for the $5, my guy. And for everyone else in the chat, thank you so much for the support. I apologize that it's a short stream, but I have to go. I apologize, right? So take care, everyone, and peace out.